In the realm of news cycle cliches, some are predictably annoying, like, say, live shots with last-minute Christmas shoppers. But luckily for all of us, our current cliche only comes around once every 8 years. The old first 100 days. Apparently, we have Franklin Delano Roosevelt to thank for the 100-day report card.
This is more than a political campaign. It is a call to arms.
Back then, Roosevelt graded himself on the first 100 days. Not so much now.
We're nearly 100 days into the administration.
Okay.
What are your thoughts so far?
For the past few weeks, the news media has been obsessed with the 100-day mark for President Donald Trump, largely because he set the bar himself, promising 10 big things in the first 100 days.
We're going to have the biggest tax cut since Ronald Reagan.
The Repeal and Replace Obamacare Act. We will cancel every illegal Obama executive order.
Then again, Obama himself was not beyond the old 100-day cliche.
The 100th day might be a good time to reflect on where we are.
Really? Where are we, anyway? I was stunned by the depth of reporting on this. That ABC report, they went all over the country and asked the everyday Joe to, rank give him a grade, give him a report. I mean, it's like you could do that anytime. I mean, first of all, 100 days is a really short span, but it's like this one is really, as Josh points out rightfully, it could be every 4 years, but it's usually every 8 years.
Right. I mean, I think news organizations love anniversaries. News happens every day, so you can't plan for it. What can you plan for? Well, on Inauguration Day, people were already starting to plan 100-day coverage. And I do think that the Trump administration, the 100 days stands out a bit more because, A, you have unified control of government, so there's the greater possibility of one party doing something. And B, Trump was such an unusual candidate and president-elect that we kind of didn't know what the beginning was going to show. So I can defend it a little bit.
I can't defend it. No, I think it's the laziest form of journalism, honestly, to do the anniversaries, the 100 days. I will extend that to this and that awareness month, kidney awareness month, and this cancer and that cancer awareness month. The hard thing to do is go out and find the stories. It's not that people haven't been doing it, but the easy thing to do is just set an artificial milestone and then judge something against it.
Well, since we're in 100-day awareness month, my absolute favorite was that the Trump White House put out a press release saying that among the 100-day accomplishments was more executive orders than, any president since Washington or whatever. And, I mean, for years the Republicans were screaming about all the executive orders that President Obama put out. It's just, you couldn't make this up.
I know. It is an unusual presidency. And
so really?
So I'm saying that I think that this time around, the 100 days has a little bit different way of looking at framing, putting context around it, actually. Some normalcy. So we always look at 100 days, whether we do it this intensely or not. But in this case, it was useful, not only because of what he said on the campaign about what he would do, but also just to give you some route to follow him, because it's very difficult.
And especially for those of us in the news business, these 100 days have felt like roughly 100 years.
Yes.
So I think there's actually some value in going, instead of just being tied in the day-to-day, you're reflecting.
Provided a wonderful news cycle for all of us.
Indeed, exactly.
Can't complain
We've all
about
enjoyed
that.
it.